A group of concerned parents want the federal government to set a date for resumption of schools across the country. It says the continuous stay at home of children widen the educational gap already existing in the country between rich and poor pupils. Helen Osamede Kings reports on this.
That I've already announced, I appeal to them. I think it is not safe.
It is barely a week after the federal government reversed its decision on reopening of schools for graduating students. It has now released guidelines for the resumption of various levels of schools and learning facilities in the country. The guidelines were developed by the Federal Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Federal Ministries of Environment and Health, as well as health safety experts. The guidelines take into cognizance the possibility that COVID-19 pandemic may not go away anytime soon. But the guidelines stop short of disclosing when schools will resume and only outlines actions, measures and requirements needed for safe reopening of schools.
Education is already a huge problem in Nigeria.
But the group is worried that there is still no set date for resumption. It is worried that the continued stay at home of Nigerian children will continue to widen the gap between children of the haves and the have-nots.
So our humble advice to the government is that we don't know how long this COVID is going to be with us. Malaria has been here. Typhoid has been here. People have been managing it. So now I want the government to see how they can put a lot of safety measures in place. Private school owners, public schools, to see how children can go back to school.
Since the 19th of March, children have been out of school. What is this causing? This is causing a gap within our society. Children that can afford to go online can go online. But the truth is that there are more children that are vulnerable, that do not have access to online education.
The group also attributes the increase in rape cases to the continuous lockdown as it is exposing children to rape perverts.
Playground schools used to be the safe space for most of the abused before, because most of the perpetrators stay back at home while the abused go to playground, go to school and playground and all of that. But now that there is total lockdown, they can't go to school anymore, which usually used to be a safe space for them. They are now being locked under the same roof with their perpetrators, so this is on an increase at the moment.
It also calls on private bodies, organizations and individuals to support vulnerable people around them to ensure they are not left behind in getting the best of education. They also call on private bodies, organizations and individuals to support vulnerable people around them to ensure they are not left behind in getting the best of education. Helen Osamede Akins, TVC News, Abuja.